don't generally make build videos, as there are plenty of YouTubers out there that cover this side of things already. But I keep getting asked what I'm running in my last couple of videos, so I thought, screw it, I have some spare time this afternoon, and given the type of build this is, it should only take a few minutes to run through. I will never claim a build as being the best of its type, because this is just something that works for me, with my style of play and the platform I play on. I'll always recommend using these as a template for yourself, and adapt it based on your needs. There will always be another build out there that will provide more DPS, survivability, or whatever else you're looking for. This loadout is fully based around the Striker's Battle Gear set. Since the recent revamp of the set, it has become my most used build for general activities, mainly because I love doing high damage. However, like most DPS builds, it comes with the drawback of lacking a little on the survivability side of things. So as you'll soon see, I've had to pull back on a little bit of the damage in order to counter this. I'm not going to read through the set perks or each individual piece because I'm sure you can read for yourself, but summing the setup, shoot stuff, do more damage. I'm using 4 pieces of Strikers: the mask, backpack, gloves, and holster. The backpack because it boosts the damage from 0.65 to 1% per stack, but I don't bother with the chest piece. I like this piece in group play or in countdown, but when playing solo, most waves of enemy aren't large enough or have enough hit points to really be able to take advantage of the extra stacks. So instead, I run the Cheska chest, with the Obliterate talent. This provides a damage boost that is more immediately available during small encounters. Plus it has the added brand set attribute of plus 10% critical hit chance. On the knee pads, I'm using Ye Old Faithful, Fox's Prayer, mainly for the multiplicative plus 8% damage to targets out of cover. All pieces have been rolled into weapon damage for the core attribute, and critical hit damage and or chance as the secondary attribute. I'm not going to tell you where these need to be placed, as it will depend on the pieces you have at your disposal. Just try and get as close as you can to 60% critical hit chance, and pump the rest into critical hit damage. On my build, I have 56.5 critical hit chance and 141% critical hit damage, but you should be able to squeeze a little more out of this. The weapons are whatever you feel comfortable with. The FAMAS is one of my favourites because of the ridiculous rate of fire. Although this build provides a little bit of weapon handling, you may still find the recoil a little bit too much to control, so you could instead look at the Carbine 7 or the Kingbreaker with higher damage and lower RPM. The talent I've chucked onto this is Preservation, to help with survivability. The secondary weapon is the Rock and Roll Shotgun, to build the stacks quickly. But to be completely honest, with the rate of fire of the FAMAS, I don't use this often. You could instead use a weapon with a little bit of range, especially if you were using an SMG as your main. The specialization is Gunner, mainly because of the 10% armor on kill and 5% rate of fire on kill. The skills are Reviver Hive and, well, whatever you want. There aren't any skill tiers with this, so you aren't going to get a huge amount from whatever you run anyway. I'm using the Fixer Drone just to help a little bit with countering the incoming damage. And that's pretty much it. You are still very squishy, but you pack a hell of a punch. Make sure to utilize cover well, but you need to play aggressive and keep killing in order to keep a steady stream of armor coming in. Like I said earlier, there are a ton of ways to get much more damage out of this set, but as a solo player on Heroic, this is more than enough. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Piece of shit wristwatch. Watch.